So I'm taking you on a shoot that is not golden hour and it is not high noon. So we are getting this kind of bit of golden hour and a little bit of strong light. So here I am in Manchester, just off from Piccadilly Gardens. I was doing a shoot. This is Rita, by the way. I'm going to put her social so you can follow her because she's incredible. I started off in this alleyway. I thought at the time, because I arrived really early, it was great. Then I realized the sun had moved, so it was absolutely pointless to shoot here. But it did give us ability to warm up and go through some poses. I'm not going to share the images from here, although Rita slayed. Just across the road was where the sun had lined up perfectly down this little side street. And we were able to do this shoot that definitely was more in keeping with what we had in mind. So I shoot a lot of backlight here, but I want to show the versatility. This is not golden hour. This is, you can see from the shadows there, they're not as completely harsh, they're a bit softer. We are creeping into harsher light, which you get just before midday. We're shooting around 9:45 a.m. here. But we are also shooting, you know, in February where it gets dark and all that. But here's Rita just owning it. She's incredible. Like, she's just a great model. I highly recommend you follow her. We started off with some backlight, and I also shot on film, which I need to say, because I'm an avid film photographer. Shot on this backlight, and I wanted to show the versatility of it because you could do these great summery vibes quite early on in the day. And it allowed for this sort of hazy, almost mimic of golden hour, which I will say, if you can bring a reflector, because it does help you. If for those of you who aren't used to shooting in backlight, it's something that people overlook. And I definitely overlooked it. But I am shooting film. So I'm shooting film and digital. So this is my film camera, which if they come out, I will show you them. If they don't, you'll never see the light of day of them, right? And I love this little alleyway. It just lines up. But I was also shooting on my Nikon Z mirrorless with my 24-70, which is my go-to lens for this kind of type of shoot. It was a vibe of like content, blogger, influencer, like fashion, like street stuff you see all the time, right? But I wanted to just show you how easy it is to shoot down a little, like just pick up your camera and shoot, for God's sake. So she was incredible. We lined it up, we had leading lines, frames within frames. How great is that last shot? Just, and then I decided to play with this lighting. Okay, peep the graffiti, great shots here. And just show a bit more of a contrasty light. So you shouldn't be afraid to shoot with heavy shadows, or just be mindful your model isn't glaring into the sun. That's not a good look for anybody. But I mean, she just did so well. I think the second crop is my favorite, this one. I think that's more what I like. And I love the contrast. Now, I decided to shoot down this little sort of structural, which is scaffolding. It's called scaffolding, for God's sake. One, because the roads were getting a little bit busier and people were walking past, and the last thing I want to do is encroach on them. So again, shooting backlight, but went for a more editorial look. So it's a little bit more of a storytelling, it's a little bit more eye connection to the camera. And you can see how bright that sun is. I did do a little bit of content fill in that bottom corner because there was something wrong with the pole at the bottom and I wanted to even up. But I love these, and she's so beautiful. What a queen. I mean, just look at her. How could you not love her? Then we found this sort of like grated thing. I was like, I can do something, because now the sun's a little bit harsher, which you can see from the shadows. And I wanted this very fashionista look that I know you see everywhere, but I wanted to do my thing on it. So I had her play into those shadows, both in and out of those shadows. And it just works. The darkness and then the light on her, I think it just works so well. And using that 24-70 allowed those limbs to just be elongated a little bit more, which you'll see in the images. She did great. I love this. Look at those. I mean, who is this queen? So editorial, so fantastic. We got the walking across. Do you shoot at this time? I would love to do some more of this, but don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell button. I'll see you all in the next, and be sure to follow us on social media for the pictures.